Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. First thing is to adopt the agenda.
I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda.
And second?
The motion's been made and second to adopt the agenda. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, then we'll move on to number 3, approve the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second the motion.
Motion's been made and second to approve the minutes. Any discussion on that? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, and then we will move on to item number 4, park financial information.
We do not have anything in your packet. The finance department was still working on the year-end stuff. They didn't have anything that we're comfortable sending out yet. I was hoping they might have something today that I could give you in person, but they're not ready for it yet. But just to kind of summarize where we're at, we did finish under budget for the year, and everything was in good shape, so there wasn't any major surprises going into it. So I'll probably at the next meeting, I'll have the end of the year for 2021 update as well as where we're at for 2022. So.
Very good. Okay, then we'll move on to item number 5, athletic field requests.
Consider approval of the 2022 athletic field reservation requests. The City of East Bethel has received ball field requests for regular weeknight use from Soderville Blaine Athletic Association, St. Francis Youth Baseball, St. Francis Fast Pitch, Minnesota Snowcats, Minnesota Smoke, and East Bethel Bandits, as well as 3 weekend tournaments. SBAA is requesting the use of fields 1 through 8 at Booster West and East from April 18th to July 14th, 4 nights a week, and a few Fridays and Saturdays. They're also requesting the use of the baseball field Monday through Friday from June 1st to July 29th. St. Francis Youth Baseball is requesting 2 fields a night on Tuesdays and Thursdays from April 5th to July 22nd. St. Francis Fast Pitch is requesting 3 fields on Tuesdays and Thursdays from April 18th to July 29th, and 2 fields a night on Mondays and Wednesdays. The Minnesota Snowcats would like to use 3 fields on Tuesdays and Thursdays, along with a few Mondays and Wednesdays. The Minnesota Smoke would like to use 1 field on Mondays and Wednesdays and a few other game nights. The East Bethel Bandits would like to use the baseball field 1 night a week from the beginning of the season to May 31st, and then after that a few Sundays through June and July. At this time, the city has received no other requests for weeknight use of the ball fields and no conflicting weekend tournament requests. So you've got the matrix attached.
So how many conflicting nights were there then? A lot,
This was by far the most we've had.
Because everyone wants to use the new baseball field?
No, on the baseball field there wasn't that many conflicts for that. It was mainly Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then we have a new organization that came in this year, the Minnesota Smoke. They're a club level fast pitch girls softball team.
So is that similar to the Snowcats, or is
They
it
are
older?
almost the same, basically the same thing.
What area?
This area.
So it's like this was
Beaches.
Yeah, yep. It's a club team too, so they pull people from kind of the whole area, but they're East Bethel residents, all the way over to Forest Lake, Linwood, Columbus, up in this kind of neck of the woods. So they only wanted it on Mondays and Wednesdays, which actually we had a lot of openings there. So we were able to accommodate them for the most part. The schedule we put together here is a draft schedule. We tried to accommodate everybody as best that we could, and not any single team is going to get all their things requested. One big change we had this year, the St. Francis Fast Pitch actually, they only used to request 1 field, and now they're up to 5, so that was a big change too. So.
Is that because of the amount of kids, or they lost fields over at the school?
They didn't say why.
I think there are some renovations going on over by the school. Park renovations, I think, so maybe that's part of it. So it may not be permanent, right?
Have you communicated with these teams so they know what they're getting and what they're not getting?
This, after we go through this tonight, they're gonna get this scheduled tomorrow to see if they still want the times that are on here.
Okay.
And then we're gonna reevaluate their invoice after that, for what they have to pay
Okay.
for.
And then the Soderville Blaine, are they just guesstimating how many kids they're gonna have, or?
They've, traditionally,
know?
they've just always requested the whole thing all the time, and they've been the biggest user throughout the years. These other groups have kind of started to increase, St. Francis baseball and fast pitch. Fast pitch has had a few fields on and off throughout the years. And a lot of times they would actually contact, in the past, Soderville Blaine just handled all of it, and they would contact Soderville Blaine and rent from them, actually, is how it worked. But it got to the point where we kind of had to make sure it was even for everybody to have access to the fields.
None of those fields are lighted, are they?
No.
So there would be no evening
They go until dark, yeah.
dark, yeah.
In our capital improvement plan, we have lights planned for, I believe it's 2023. And to start with the baseball field. With the baseball field, the games are typically longer. In order to get them in during the week, they need to have lights to get through the whole game. That was one of the requests from the older teams and the Bandits. They play 9-inning games, so they need a longer lighted time. It'd be kind of nice to have a town team game out there under the lights though too, I
It
think.
would be nice if the East Bethel Bandits could play in East Bethel, I think. Instead of St. Francis.
I think they want to too.
Yeah, they do.
They're planning on donating some money. Last time we had a discussion with them for possibly some nice block dugouts and big scoreboard.
You're talking the Bandits?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, because they'll say, I know back in the day, they donated a lot of money. They're not donating anything now other than reservations, right?
Correct, yep.
Well, I'll make
For,
a-
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'll make a motion to accept the applications, but if you got something you wanna add first.
No, I was just gonna say that St. Francis Youth Baseball, theirs is basically the same. The Snowcats is basically the same. SBAA is for the most part the same. And St. Francis Fast Pitch has what they had last year. They're not losing anything, but we couldn't request everything that they sent in. They have somebody new this year running it, and when they called, they just said, just put in what you think you want, and we'll try and make it work. So I think it'll probably be okay, but we're early in the year too, so they want to know what they have so they can start looking for other places.
Have we ever asked any of these teams if they're willing to do Wednesday night or?
Every time I talk to them, I'm like, sure nobody wants Monday, Wednesday, but most of their leagues are set up that way, and they can't.
Well, I think that's how kids' sports in general are always on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's
Yeah.
just automatic.
Can we make any of the neighborhood fields available for the little guys?
They're always available. No one's requested those.
Okay.
I think everybody likes to come to this part because the fields have always been so well maintained that it's easier to find too.
Plenty of parking, plenty of stuff for the other family and kids to do while they're practicing.
Well, what do you think?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and second to approve it. Any discussion? Not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Sorry, we still looking at?
Okay, and then we will
Pretty colors.
move into Park Commission application interviews. Mary Ellen, is that the way it's pronounced?
Mary Helen, yep.
Mary Ellen,
Helen, yep.
pleased to have you here.
Item 6.0, consider a recommendation to the city council for the open park commission seat. On January 31st, 2022, the term of Ken Legmain will expire, and he's decided that he will not serve another term on the park commission. The city of East Bethel had an upcoming vacant position advertised on the community billboard and city website for 60 days. We have received one application thus far. The applicant's resume is attached for your review. The new 3-year term will run from January 31st, 2022 to January 31st, 2025. A list of potential interview questions will be provided to the Park Commission at the meeting, along with any additional questions the Park Commissioners may have for the interview candidate. And at this time, I would like to introduce Mary Helen Westland. If you would, you can just go up to the podium and we'll turn the spotlight on you.
Hi.
Aye.
This is a little intimidating.
I agree. For us too.
Yeah.
Well, do you have questions, or do you want me to just kind of give you a little background of myself?
Yeah, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself
Sure.
first?
Yep, I can do that. Again, my name is Mary Helen Westland, and I have been in the community, the city of East Bethel, for about 41 years. We've lived out in the Coon Lake Beach area the whole time. Built a house back in '80 on the corner of Lakeshore and Cedar, just right down from Bonnie, and then rebuilt again about 4 years ago. So we've raised 3 children, used the parks many times throughout that time as they were growing up, and now enjoying all the beautiful parks with our grandchildren. So it's been a real blessing to have those, and we really enjoy it. My husband and I are recently retired, and I have been looking for some opportunities to volunteer, just because I feel like I need to give back. I haven't had that opportunity throughout my career. I worked as a manager in healthcare for many, many years with billing and coding and that kind of thing. And so I just have been looking for opportunities, and I feel like this one kind of fell in my lap from Bonnie, and it's exciting, and I hope I can help you guys out. So, do you have any questions?
We have many, no, just kidding.
Our list.
We have lots of questions, but no answers, so. What do you see as something that we can improve on in our parks?
Boy, I have always found that the parks in our city are well maintained and just very, very fun and accommodating. And I'm sure there's opportunities. I'd have to think about that for a little bit. I can't think of anything off the cuff, but just growing with whatever the needs are in our community, I guess, for right now. Yeah. Not a good answer. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No, it was a
I don't
great
do
answer.
well.
It is
I
a
don't
good
do well on
answer.
the spot.
I think the resume said a lot, and to me, and the fact that, we have somebody who applied is great. That hasn't always been the past, or
Right.
been that way in the past, so somebody who's a go-getter and willing to apply and be on is, to me, great.
Thank you.
And having known Mary for 30 years, I think she's a really good fit. She's always willing to help when
We are the fun group, that's why we're on parks.
It looks like it. This is my second meeting. I came last month with Bonnie, and it looked like it would be a really good fit for me.
And I'm not gonna lie, it's tough shoes to fill.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I don't want to be in that seat, that's for sure. Not right away, please.
I'll tell you, you've got a wonderful crew to work with here.
They look like it.
You'd be very happy with them.
Look like it, for sure. Any other questions?
Now, are we asking her to be on the commission, or are we just interviewing her and then she has
Just
to go on to
interview.
be, are we getting her ready for the city council? Is
She does
that-
not, the way they've done it for the planning commission and the other commissions is the commission just makes a recommendation to the council.
Okay,
And the council takes that into effect. They don't have to go and get grilled by the city council too, so.
I was unsure because I had to go through the city council.
Yeah, it's changed
Me
over
too.
the years and it's.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, if you want to come from outside, we're good with that.
They might have some different questions than us.
Probably not, if I can help it, but I could. I mean, I'm sure I could probably do it.
I would like to make a recommendation that we accept pretty little Mary Ellen to join us on the park board.
And I'll second that.
Thank you. I do want to just put out there that we are going to be traveling the month of March, so I won't be available if I am voted onto the council. I won't be available that month.
Yep.
Our-
But otherwise, I should.
Our only requirement is you come back.
Oh.
Like-
I just wanted to be upfront about that.
I think we typically meet about 8, it seems to be about 8 times a year. They're kind of heavy in the springtime when we go through the capital improvement planning and through the summer. Usually in the fall, it slows down a little bit. And it kind of falls in with development too, if we have a lot of development going on. There's a lot of times when the park commission has to review developments and see if they want to do park dedication land and some of that kind of administrative stuff. But do you have any other questions for any of us up here?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Have you looked over any of the trails that are planned?
I have not. I apologize for not being very well prepped. I submitted my application and then it's really kind of funny. I reached out to Nate yesterday and he had said, well, did you get my voicemail? And I went, no. And so I don't know what happened there, but we
I might have called the wrong number.
I have no idea. I would have better prepared myself. I was really busy today and I had a meeting on the, last night we had a board meeting for the community center. So I haven't really had the time to prep and I apologize for that. I'm usually a little better than that, but
We're pretty easygoing here, so.
thanks. Okay.
Okay, well, it's been recommended and seconded that we recommended her for the park commission, so if there's no other discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations.
Well, thanks.
Congratulations.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Watch your mailbox, all your assignments are coming in.
All right. I'll keep a close eye on it. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, NRC, our council rep is not here tonight.
I think Brian, are you standing in?
Wanda had to go visit her daughter in Virginia. She was coming back from deployment, so I think she was flying out today or tomorrow.
Flew out this morning, 6
At least
a.m.
she missed
flight.
that big storm where they were all tied up for 24 hours on Highway 95 or whatever it was out
Yeah,
there.
she just flew out this morning, so. So, I am Brian Mundle, I'm your city councilman. Wanda sends her regards, and though at the beginning of the year, we do change up liaisonships, Wanda will be back as your liaison hopefully next month. So, I'm just filling in. So, not a whole lot has happened, really. We had our council meeting last night. A little bit for changing staffing around in City Hall. We developed 2 new positions, an accounting coordinator position that work in the finance department. We work under the finance director. And with that, creating a new job description for finance director, assistant city administrator, where Mike Jazorski, our finance director, would be taking on additional roles as an assistant city administrator. So last night we approved advertising for the position of the accounting coordinator. Talked a little bit about the water management GPAs, changed around some of our licenships. We had 2 Eagle Scouts that we recognized at last night's meeting for their Eagle Scout projects. That one was new signs for the city parks, and another was for a flag box for retiring old flags. So there is a flag box inside City Hall that came from an Eagle Scout project, and Whispering Oaks Park got a brand new sign. I think he made 2 of them.
Yeah, there was one for Anderson Lakes too.
Okay, yeah. So that was some much needed recognition for them. We felt that we should absolutely recognize their efforts for the city. And that's a flag box. It's now inside
Yep.
City Hall.
We brought it in to protect it from the elements a little bit better. It was too nice to leave sitting out there, so.
Yep. As far as city council in the whole, the state of city council, I'm thinking this year will be more of a planning year, where with our completion of the Frontage Road, Sand Hill Parkway, we will start planning for for another Frontage Road segment. And generally, these take about 3 to 4 years to plan and come through to fruition. So we've briefly touched on it already, and we'll be talking about more. Looking forward to a new booster day. I've heard that the schedule will be changing to a parade in the afternoon and the dance, or maybe not a dance, but fireworks for sure. I have some events. So I think it'll be a good year for planning. There might not be a whole lot of, what would I want to say, a whole lot of milestones gained or anything, but it'll be a good planning year.
Where is the frontage road gonna go? Do we know the additional?
The new one that
Yeah.
we're talking about, we haven't committed to anything.
Oh,
We've
okay.
just had talks. It may be continuing Sand Hill Parkway, where you come in on 187th, and it would be going south or taking a right, it'd go behind those businesses, and then connect up with the street to the south. Can't remember.
181st.
Yeah, Baltimore and then 181st.
Yeah, somewhere right down there. And by doing that, it would open up probably about 250 acres for development. So, but that's,
Yeah, way out there.
yeah, it's way out there. We haven't decided on anything yet, so.
Kind of like our trails map, there are lines on a map that are planned at some point.
Been looking at those maps for over a decade.
Oh, yeah. January 29th, the fire department will be having their breakfast at Station 1. This year, Route 65 will be involved with it. Instead of waffles, there will be scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, and lots of other fixings. So I don't have the time on that. It's probably 8 o'clock to 12 or something, I'd imagine. But hopefully you can come out to that. And that just brings me down to Mr. Langmaid and his end of duty. So you will be in front of City Council on February 14th for recognition of your services. But I would like to say thank you for doing the job that you have, for representing the city like you have, for the leadership on this board. I mean, you've been chair for almost longer than you've been on it. I would like to thank you for those examples. I know that they have greatly benefited the city of East Bethel and its citizens, and frankly, there should be a park named after you. Hint, hint.
I don't know about that, but thank you, Brian. I tell you, this has been a wonderful group to work with. I've never enjoyed anything as much as I have being on this committee with this group. And Nate is one wonderful guy to be able to talk to and accomplish things that we have. So thank you very much, Nate.
Ken, thank you for everything you've done here and with the senior center and everything else, so.
And
Putting a lot of time with the city, appreciate all of it.
And Ken, there are openings on planning and zoning if you'd be interested.
He's running for mayor.
I think it's time that I sit back and check out the rest of life a little bit. I've been very active in Veterans Affairs. I've faded away from that. I've been real active in the school district. I'm having to fade away from that, and but I won't miss anything as much as I'm going to miss this group here. Like I say, it just brings tears to my eyes to have to say goodbye to all of you people.
You can still come back and visit, I'm sure.
We can give you special assignments.
Yeah. I might sneak in once in a while to see what you guys are doing. As long as I'm able to walk around yet, as you notice, I'm walking with a cane now. I'm not too steady on my feet anymore, but
Brian will carry you on his back.
I'll get one of those hoists that.
Yeah.
yeah. And I got a wonderful wife and daughter to support me too, so. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy your new public, parks commissioner lady, young lady. She's got a lot of good ideas. I went through the letters she wrote, and she is one tremendous gal. So. Thank you, Bonnie, for recommending her.
You're welcome.
And so with that, I have nothing more to report. So, good night all, and Wanda, will be looking forward to seeing you next month.
Okay, thank you very much, Brian. Okay, Nate, you have anything else?
The outdoor ice rink is ready to roll. It's opened up today. If anyone wants to do any ice skating there.
Did anybody show up for New Year's?
You know, I never heard. Actually, I haven't heard, I didn't hear from.
It wasn't really advertised too much. So.
Well, our city community billboard went down. It runs on 3G, and the modem's no longer functional. We've been waiting for the 4G, and like everything else, there's supply chain issues, so. Could be a little while till that's up.
Can't we just go up to 5G? That's next.
Well, yeah.
Can we skip 4, go to 5?
Yep. The cross-country ski trails were groomed, and they're in great shape. People have been out using those. And the sliding hills are all open, so if anybody is looking for outdoor recreation activities, now's a good time, so. And that's all I've got, Ken.
Okay, thank you, Nate. I see one of our neighbors has plowed out a little streak on our pond so that the kids can get out there and skate if they want to.
Nice.
Thought that was awful nice of him.
Yeah.
Okay, the committee have anything else? Okay, and then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second the motion.
Motion's made and second to adjourn. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you all.
Thank you, Ken.
Yeah, thanks, Ken.
You're welcome, Bill.